After Granit Xhaka's red card versus Liverpool, Arsenal's central midfield crisis becomes even more worrying. So with that in mind, are they close to signing Arthur Melo? And let's get an update on Mr. Dusan Vlahovic. Are we going to have the North London derby postponed? Okay, let's get into the transfer news and let's start off with our central midfield. In terms of our last game against Liverpool, Granit Xhaka did what he does best and got sent off in under 30 minutes, which means Granit Xhaka has been suspended for Arsenal's next two matches after the reasoning behind his red card against Liverpool last night was for denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity, meaning he would miss the matches against Tottenham away and Liverpool at home. Meaning after Granit Xhaka's red card, Arsenal now have Alberto Sambilo Conga and Charlie Patino as our only central midfield options. Now in terms of Granit Xhaka, he now has 5 straight red cards in all competitions for Arsenal since 2016-17 season, the most out of any Premier League player in that time. I know on his day Granit Xhaka can be beautiful to watch, but the constant red cards, mistakes, rash decisions is costing too much points and games overall. With that in mind, I think it is time for both parties to move on. Thank you, Granit. Which is why it's understandable that Arsenal would want to buy a new central midfielder in the summer. But right now, we need a new central midfielder at the moment. Will that be Arthur Melo? Well, according to Fabrizio Romano, negotiations between Arsenal and Juventus for Arthur Melo will continue in the coming hours. Arsenal offering a loan deal plus a full salary covered until June. No obligation to buy clause included as of now, which means Arsenal are not only negotiating but are closing in on a deal. Arsenal are also offering to pay his full wages, but we don't want an obligation to buy, which makes sense because as of right now we don't know if he is the right guy for the long term. Also, Charles Waters said Arsenal hoping talks with Juventus today can really move things forward in terms of Arthur's loan deal. The player wants the move done quickly and is pushing for it. Sees the PL as the best league in the world. Juventus are still to sign off on it, though Arsenal and Arthur are waiting. The fact that he's openly pushing for an Arsenal transfer just gives us a massive boost because he's ultimately pushing the hand of Juventus and the player's opinion will come on top. This transfer is looking more and more likely, but I will leave it all down to you guys in the comments. Do you guys want to see Arthur at Arsenal or do you want to see someone else? Comment down below. Moving on to Mr. Dusan Vlahovic. Fiorentina CEO Baron, we expect Dusan Vlahovic to make a decision on his future immediately. We need an answer if he stays or wants to leave. We asked Dusan 2 days ago to decide and communicate his plan in public immediately, as Fabrizio Romano reports. Now this just simply says Fiorentina have a CEO who knows what Dusan Vlahovic might decide, and they want him to make his opinion public. But what I see here is why would they want him to make it public if it's not moving away? Because if he makes his decision to move away public, it means bigger clubs from around Europe can come, make bids for him, and ultimately give Fiorentina more money. Now, David Ornstein said Arsenal are pushing to sign Dusan Vlahovic this month. If the 21-year-old leaves Fiorentina now, Arsenal currently ahead based on fee and salary. Decision of the striker plus agents will also be key. Isaac and Calvert-Lewin also admired. The same thing has been reported by people, and here's a message actually from the Athletic. Arsenal have pushed hard to sign Dusan Vlahovic. It's now down to the player and his agent. This ultimately means Arsenal and Fiorentina have come into agreement over the fee of Dusan Vlahovic. Will the player make the decision to stay? We'll have to wait and see. The Athletic have also said Arsenal's priority is Dusan Vlahovic, whilst they are also tracking Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Alexander Isak. Now, I'll leave this down to you guys in the comments. Will you take Alexander Isak, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or Dusan Vlahovic? Let me know down below. Now, moving on to the North London derby and what has come out today. Arsenal have put in a statement saying, "We can confirm we have made an application to the Premier League for the postponement of Sunday's North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur, aka Nando's FC. We have reluctantly taken this step, but we have many players currently unavailable across our squad as a result of COVID, injuries, and players away with their countries at AFCON. We will provide more information as soon as it's possible." Now, this makes sense from Arsenal when you look at the situation where we do not have enough central midfielders or attacking options. And well, do I think this should be postponed? I think yes. If the club has put in a statement, especially after we were cheated on the first day of the league, yeah, on the first day of the league where we had players with COVID and the game was still made to go ahead. Ultimately, guys, we will have to wait and see what happens. That is the video there and there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash a like button and subscribe to your boy's channel. I will see y'all next week.